What was your personal law school admissions journey like? We had a question in the chat about your LSAT journey, your applications. Like, what
Okay.
was that process like for you? Because I mean, Harvard Law, obviously, nothing to sneeze at.
Thanks. It's interesting. I've had a very varied arc. So I decided I wanted to be a lawyer when I was 8. Specifically a family lawyer when I was 8. And so I really wanted my parents to adopt. I have a sister who's 15, but I was an only child until I was 11, and I'm a military brat. And I just decided that, adopting was the way to go, so I'd have an older sibling, so I wouldn't have to go through things for the first time. Very self-interested.
Mhm.
And they said no. They said it was like, I don't remember. It was just too difficult or too complicated. They weren't interested. And I got really interested in the foster care system. And to me, I was like, well, okay, there's all these kids who need homes, and there's all these people who have homes. I don't understand. So I really thought that I wanted to be a child advocate. Went to Princeton. I was one of the first students in my high school to go to an Ivy League, which thank God for my teachers. I was public school through and through, and they really helped me. And so I think that's also what inspired me to kind of go and get into consulting, because I just started giving back to my church and my high school, and doing a lot of workshops and really dismantling some myths. But when I was making the transition from Princeton to Harvard, well, I will say I did one summer at a big law firm. They're like a paralegal internship, just to solidify the fact that I did not want to work for a big law firm. It was very important. And that summer that was the summer I studied for the LSAT. So I took an internship in Boston because I couldn't afford to do an unpaid internship. So that one was paid, and I had never been to Boston before, but took myself right there, stayed in an Airbnb for 3 months. Back
Wow.
when the thing.
Commitment.
Yeah, well, I didn't really know exactly what I was doing, but I moved to East Boston, and I worked downtown, and I had this LSAT. I did an LSAT course, and I basically studied a little bit during the time I was supposed to be working, definitely.
You have
And
to.
yeah,
Get those hours wherever you can.
yeah, and I liked the online class format because I'd listen to a video while I was making breakfast, on the T to work at home. I would do, I did 2 or 3 hours a night, and then I'd watch 2 or 3 hours of Parenthood. I binge watched all the seasons that summer. It's an amazing show. That was my reward. And I didn't have a lot of friends because I just kind of moved there for the summer, but I made a checklist of all the sightseeing places in Boston I wanted to go to. So that's what I did on the weekends. And then I wrote my personal statement with the help of my pre-law advisor, who she's no longer at Princeton, but she was phenomenal. And she taught me basically a lot. I bought these 2 books. I think one was on JD admissions, and one was all those 55 successful personal statements or whatever, and just kind of muddled through it with my advisor. But she really did a heavy hand holding, and walked me through and taught me basically a lot of what I know about or the foundation of what I know about law school admissions. And I applied as early as I could, and I always tell students this. I'm not ashamed of being lower income. So I also basically wrote all the deans, and I was like, hi, my name is Sydney. I'm a senior. I would love to apply to your school, but finances are such that I cannot do that. I would appreciate any assistance you can give me. So, I kind of got through that way.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.